Hello Cancers, how you doing today? This is going to be your new moon messages. I know that it is likely past the new moon by the time you are seeing this. I know it is because I'm recording this after the new moon. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the day and anything that's occurring for you for the new moon is positive. We're going to get into your messages. This will be for Cancer placements only, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and South Node. Basically just what you're going to be experiencing due to the new moon energy coming toward you or that's already arrived for you, what you can anticipate, what you are going to be needing to work through, and all of those good things regarding the new moon. This is a new moon in Taurus, so it is all about money, values, our comfort, our security, and things of that nature. So wherever Taurus is in your chart is going to be highlighted. For the Cancer risings, it is going to be in your 11th house, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, it's going to be in your 11th house. So that is the house of friendships, networking, communities, hopes and wishes, the things that you're trying to achieve in your life and the people around you that will help you achieve those things. So Cancer, we are going to get into it. I have a little bit of a breakdown of how I'm going to go about the reading. I'm going to start with tarot with the surrounding energy. Then we're going to get into the butterfly oracle for life changes, what you need to hear with the moonology, what you need to surrender with the surrender oracle. We'll do love and romance with the romance angels deck, and then we're going to get into like any advice with the goddess oracle deck. So this one's going to be a little bit long-winded, but it's just going to break down everything that you guys need to hear right now in regards to this energy. So I hope you do enjoy. My name is Ashani. I feel like I'm trying to get better at figuring out what kind of intros, what I want to say at the beginning and end of all my videos, but these are going to be like the first full-length videos I'm doing for each sign. So Cancer, this is like your first full video that I'm ever doing for you. I hope you enjoy it, but I'm just trying to get down all my spiels and things of that nature. But for now, let's focus on the message and get right into it. Again, this is going to be for Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and South Node. What are Cancers going to be dealing with in regards to this new moon energy? Let's see. Everyone, I love that everyone's been so different, but I can see that this Taurus new moon is definitely making us think about our values, and people have been really focused on like money or self-employment or their self-image or healing, all things that fall under the category of leveling up. So that's kind of how I see Taurus energy, is like they always are thinking practically and how they can add more to their life. And it's not always just materially. It is, but it's also to ultimately help them feel comforted. And it's about our values, so it's not just our material values, but also the emotional ones as well, because at the end of the day, what we invest in all reflects our beliefs, and what we deem important. Okay, these cards are being a pain in the butt, but also let me turn down my volume because I did hear that wanting to make noise. My cards, I don't know why they're being so clunky right now. Alright, thank you. This is going to be for Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and South Node. Alright, Cancers, what energy are you dealing with? Okay, so you guys got the Hangman to come out first. So the Hangman reversed, the Emperor, the Sun reversed. Sorry, the lighting's a little bit weird right now, so bear with me. And the Temperance card. So I do feel there's something right now that you guys are waiting on, probably in vain, kind of. Not in vain, but you guys may be stubborn about waiting on this coming in. Whatever it is, you could be feeling a little bit impatient about it. You're starting to feel, what I'm picking up on is just like down, like when you're just like, oh, when is it gonna get here? You're kind of torturing yourself because you're obsessing over this thing to a degree, is at least what I'm picking up on with this Hangman reverse. Especially, it's like you're not surrendering to the delays. There may be delays happening, and it's likely because it's trying to teach you about control, Cancer. So you coming up as this placement or as an Emperor makes me feel as though you could also have Scorpio or Aries placements, just because the Emperor does rule over those signs. But I feel as though right now you guys are just trying to be a little bit in control of whatever the situation is. You want it to go your way, or you're wondering why it's not at this point, and it is kind of I'm just picking up on frustration, because the imagery that I'm seeing here is you trying really hard to get out of this rope. And I know that the traditional hangman is actually known to not they could totally get out of this if they wanted to, but right now I feel like it's that illusion of the mind, if you know what I mean, where you are in these ropes and you could likely find a solution if you wanted to, but it's your lack of wanting to slow down and look at a different perspective, or not necessarily having things exactly the way that you wanted them to go. I feel like you guys need to let go of that in order to have whatever this is that wants to come in, because you got the Temperance there at the end. But let's see what else you're dealing with here, Cancer. What is this situation about? What is it that Cancer is waiting on coming in? With the Sun, it could be something to do with, let's see here. I was going to say, I feel like it has to do with your self-worth, or something that has to do with, that is going to be affecting your self-worth. So with you guys having gone through a 11th house transit, it could be some kind of opportunity. You guys got the 8 of Cups reversed, so you could be dealing with something that, again, you almost may be sticking around waiting for this thing. You see that it hasn't panned out in the way that you want it to, and you're still holding on kind of for hope, you know what I mean? That's interesting. And then you guys also got the Death reverse card. So again, I just feel like there's some blockages here. There's a delay being created where you don't want something to end, something to change, or you want something to go a specific way, and it doesn't seem to be panning out that way, and you're just not willing to let go of this idea. But you guys also got the 10 of Coins at the end. So let's see what this is about. Maybe things will work out in your favor, but let's see. I'm going to pull one more card. Cancer, what is it that you guys are dealing with at this time? Interesting. So you guys actually got the 9 of Cups. This is 9 of Cups, right? Yeah, 9 of Cups. And immediately, I am trying to think of who it was. Was it Soraya Black? I can't think of what reader or spiritualist recently did an interpretation on the 9 of Cups, talking about how it was someone who is that cup is typically, or that card is typically about someone who's satisfied, has everything that they need, the cups are around them, they look really happy, and they were describing it, I think it was Zoraya, but I can't remember. So if you're reading this and you see it and you're like, I know, comment below. But it was just about how someone with the 9 of Cups does represent success and happiness and obtaining what you wanted, satisfaction, contentment, but that it also, there's an air of smugness to it, where this person isn't actually really happy with their life, and it's more so about what appears to be what they have. So the happiness that they appear to have, the success that they appear to have, but ultimately, is it really actually what they want, or is it really is whatever they're working toward, whatever all this success that they're gathering, really amounting to fulfillment, to what they actually see as success. I can see that actually being the case with you guys getting the 10 of Coins. So I could see that with all of this resistance, maybe you're not seeing that with the Emperor. You could be wanting to control the situation. You could be waiting for something to come in, and you're not realizing that what that is actually isn't fully going to be serving you, whether it is materialistically. The 9 of Cups is still not the 10 of Cups, so something is missing. And this could even be this is interesting, this message that you're getting. It could be a connection for some of you, I'm picking up on. I definitely am feeling a sense of self-worth or happiness, with this Sun reverse card coming out. I think I just did Capricorn's reading and they got it too, so some of you guys could have Capricorn placements even, or be dealing with a Capricorn, but it's realizing that you're not actually happy, or you're not as happy as you thought you would be after getting this like 10 of coins, and that there's still something missing, you know what I mean? And that the happiness you were working toward was actually a little bit superficial, and now you're having to see things from a different perspective. But with the Hangman upright, it's like you, like I said, you're not wanting to, or you're not willing to accept that with the Death reversed, that there's a change that needs to happen still. Because I feel like with the Emperor, you guys may have feel like you worked super hard toward this thing, and now that you have obtained it, you could feel as though, this is an interesting message, now that you've obtained it, you could feel as though you are, you're still waiting and you're still looking for something more. Like this card, the Temperance card, makes me think of balance, and like Temperance, she's like looking away, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like you are still looking, like something's missing, you're still looking for something to fill the void, even though you got to this place that you thought you wanted to be. And so now you are going to have to kind of look at why, like why do you still feel this emptiness, you know? Because this Eight of Cups does show that there is like, you're needing to move away from something, but you're not allowing yourself to, and it could be because you're still holding out hope on it. It's like you still want it to work out for some reason, and that's why I do feel like for some of you it's a relationship. This Emperor could even be like another person, and it's not necessarily you. You could be this Hangman trying to stay in this relationship with this Emperor, knowing that you should be walking away from it, you know, or you should be surrendering to this ending that you're not allowing to happen. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's pull the Butterfly Oracle cards for you guys, just to see, I want to clarify this like 10 of coins and the 9 of cups situation, and to see what you guys are, it's like you guys are obtaining something, but you're not quite, it's not everything that you expected it to be, something's missing still. What is this about for Cancers? Cancer, what are you guys dealing with? We're going to do the Butterfly Oracle cards now to see what changes are coming in for you guys, for Cancers. What changes are going to be happening for Cancers in regard to this new moon energy? Okay, so, oh my gosh, so, no, I swear, a few other people got this too. Gemini's got self-employment, and so did, I believe, Taurus, and maybe even Virgo. But everyone is getting this card, which is so exciting. And I know Taurus is about money, and with it being a new moon, a lot of you could definitely be like, I want to make money in a new way. I'm tired of, you know, this could be in regards to a work situation with the Emperor. The Emperor could be someone's boss. Just being that the Emperor is kind of like the boss, like a public, like not a public figure, a person of influence, a person in power. So it could be somebody like that you guys are feeling, you know, is influencing the situation, is just not allowing you to feel as though, I don't know, this is really interesting for you guys, Cancer. Very, very interesting. But what I was going to say is that you guys are seeking and finding, and you got also new career. So on top of self-employment, I feel that many of you, I hate that the lighting is like this right now, so I apologize, but seeking and finding a new career, I do feel that with the self-employment card coming out, many of you are like looking for yourself. Like I said, this Temperance card, she's looking around. She knows that something is missing in her life, and I feel that that could be you guys. You could also have Leo placements with the Sun card coming out, or Sagittarius placements. Emphasis on the Scorpio placements because the Death card did come out, so you guys could have Scorpio placements for sure. But with these cards here, I just feel like you guys are realizing you're unhappy, that you built your, you could have even built this empire, you know what I mean? With this Emperor coming out, gosh, my nails. But with this Emperor card coming out, you guys could have even built an empire, and now you're realizing that it was not what you wanted at all, or that there's just still something missing, or that it was built on like faulty ground, is just what I'm feeling. But you're like definitely refusing to look at how you got here, or just the fact that you built on faulty ground, you know what I mean? And now you're having a hard time walking away because you guys got the 8 of Cups reversed, and then you got the 9 of Cups over here. So it's funny because it's like there's still some like stagnant energy, but then you ended up with the Nine of Cups. So that's why I feel like if you don't work through this Eight of Cups reverse energy and then you still move on to this Nine of Cups, you might have what you want, you might get what you want, but you're just gonna keep being unhappy, or you're gonna keep feeling like there's a void in your life, you know? So I just feel like you guys need to work on maybe figuring out, like, because this Death card also makes me feel like there is like an inner, like you're doing inner work right now, like there's something that you need to face within yourself that needs to like end, whether it's a mentality or something that you guys need to let go of. This could just be like things that are holding you back ultimately in life. So habits, mentalities, people, environments, because you do end up getting this 10 of coins, you know, with this 9 of cups. But I just feel like it being the 9 of cups and not being the 10 of coins with the 10 of cups, and it being the 9 of cups, like I said, there's still, like, emotionally, there's still something missing. You might get all the money you want and have everything you need financially, materially, but it just feels like there's still something missing emotionally. So definitely keep that in mind, Cancer, with the seeking and finding. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be doing that because you are going to be wanting to align with a career that's more fulfilling for you. And some of you, it could be the route of self-employment. And some of you, it could just be, a new career altogether. But, sorry, the card fell. Let me see. Yeah, let me pull a couple more of those Butterfly Oracle cards. What else is changing for Cancer placements, please? What's changing for Cancer placements in regards to the new moon and Taurus energy? What's changing for Cancer placements? Yeah, you got be true to you. I feel like that definitely relates to the new career and the seeking and finding. You also got retirement, which also makes me think of self-employment, but that card typically comes out when you guys are thinking about your future. So with the Emperor, like I said, you guys are trying to build an empire, you're trying to build toward your future. You may have already started doing so, and with everything like the be true to you card and the self-employment, the new career, seeking and finding, with this retirement card coming out, it just makes me think of investments. Like, you have to make sure that the investments you're making, whether energetically, materially, financially, are adding up to what you want, like what you want for retirement, like where you want to be in the future and the kind of life that you see yourself having, you know. You also got family changes, so there could be some changes going on in your family right now, and I'm wondering what that's about. Like, it could be a father figure potentially, or you could be needing to step up with this Emperor card showing up. Like, it could be a masculine figure in your life, like someone is being affected, someone may be sick, and you're kind of, I am actually picking up on that. Someone else, what was it, Aquarius? That a family member could have been sick. So if you, I know I threw out a lot of other signs before, but if you have Aquarius placements, as well as Cancer placements, and you are experiencing this, that could be the case. I just picked up on that. It's going to be for a select group of people, but I feel like some of you guys may be needing to step up in your family, whether it's financially, or just being there more often because maybe your father, something happens to, like, a masculine figure or a patriarch figure in your life. Gonna do a couple more just for other groups, and then we'll move on to what you need to hear. Body changes. Okay, so only one card came out, so I'm just gonna actually end it there. So for some of you, this could, you could be experiencing body changes, whether it's working out. You got be true to you, so you may need to work on your self-esteem ultimately, you know what I mean? And then the seeking and finding does make me feel like you guys are trying to, like, find what makes you feel confident, because you got the Sun reversed, so I don't feel like right now you guys are feeling that confident, and even, like, you feel like, what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't really know, but I feel that with you guys making these choices about, like, or your reading being about, like, investing into areas of your life that actually feel authentic to you, and making sure you're building, like, on solid ground toward like things that are actually going to fulfill you. I think that building your confidence is ultimately going to correlate with that, because when you are not confident, you're going to do things based on like what other people see, how other people see you, what other people expect of you, things like that, you know. And so the more confident that you feel and the more that you build your self-esteem, the more you're going to be able to make choices that are like make more decisive choices, first of all, because this Eight of Cups shows a lot of stagnancy, a lot of like lacking of direction, like knowing the choices you need to make but not making them, and just really needing to purge like any fears, anything that's just holding you back ultimately, because you guys are approaching this transformation or this like rebirth of sorts, and it's like you guys are delaying it and you're avoiding it, you're fighting it with this Hangman reversed. So keep that in mind, okay, Cancer placements. Let's pull some Moonology cards to see what it is you guys are going to be, or what you guys need to hear at this time, actually. It's what you guys need to hear. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node and South Node, Cancer placements. Alright, let's see. What do Cancers need to hear right now in regards to their message for the new moon? Cancers, what do you need to hear right now? Oh, I hate when things are falling on the floor. Why are you trying to make me work out? I don't want to move. Yeah, so you guys got a time for healing. And then you got, I hate that it's not showing up, but a time for healing, whatevs. And then prosperity lies ahead. You did get that. Let's see which ones fell on the floor. I think it was a couple. So let's see what else is going to determine these things. Come on. Okay. Yeah, it's so funny. I knew something was needed because you got adjustments are required. So there may be some changes that need to be made, you know what I mean? Like I said, in regards to going on this path, you're seeking and finding, you're looking for new opportunities, because I feel that for some of you, you're realizing that the ones that you have been pursuing are not actually in alignment with you, and that's why it's a time for healing, because I do feel that for some of you, this is going to be like a rude awakening, or it's going to like trigger, like I feel that something is going to trigger you guys to realize that you haven't been living fully authentically, or that this is not making you happy, you know what I mean? That you've been holding back or staying stagnant due to just being in denial a little bit, or just not being willing to face that this is no longer your path, or yeah, maybe it never was to begin with, you know what I mean? Maybe you were just really focused on the material aspect of it, and you thought that when you got, like, you reached a certain goal or just whatever, because I could even see that with the Temperance, is like, the Temperance card makes me feel, like, this makes me think of lack mindset, to be quite honest, these two cards together, because it's the Sun reverse, so it's like, when I finally get more, I'm gonna get this, you know what I mean? Or the Sun will be upright. But it's like, oh, I just need this much more. Can't wait till that happens. Can't wait for that to happen. And then you will get the Sun reversed, or like the Sun upright. But right now it's reversed. And I feel like that's just you kind of lying to yourself. You know what I mean? And that's why you're staying stuck. That's why you haven't made the choice to walk away from this and find something better. Because this card, the Eight of Cups reverse, shows you sticking around, hoping, like trying one more time, hoping that it's going to work out, hoping that things will change, or that you'll be proven wrong, when that doesn't seem like the case here. But it does say a personal issue reaches resolution, so you may start to find answers soon. And with prosperity lies ahead, I do feel that for those of you who are pursuing self-employment, there is a chance for that to be possible. This is so funny. The prosperity lies ahead is actually the new moon in Taurus card, so good for you guys. I'm going to pull a few more of the Moonology cards just to see what other energies that you're dealing with. What are these adjustments that are required? I'm sure that that'll come up in the advice and the surrender cards as well. But let's see what else you need to hear right now. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and South Node. Show the world the real you. Look at, guys. I love when what I say to you is affirmed through the cards, you know? Like, I'll pick up on things you know, before I really even get into the reading, and it just really will reiterate that message for you. So I feel like you guys do need to show the world the real you. You need to show you the real you and get closer to yourself. That's another theme that I've been noticing with Taurus season, is like people need to focus on self-care and like building a more solid relationship with themselves, because that's going to help them make more clear decisions about their life and their future. And I think that's something that you, Cancer, need to work on as well. Let's see, what else? Something just flew out. Be bold and make the first move. So in regards to this, pursuing a new path and trying new things, putting yourself out there. I think for some of you even, you're wondering if, with this Temperance card, what I just picked up on is you're wondering if it's possible. You're waiting for something to come to you even, some of you. And I think that that's not realistic. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why you guys are staying stagnant, because you're just kind of waiting around, hoping things will fall in your lap. And sometimes that happens, but most times it doesn't. And so just make sure that, I think the Death Reverse card is showing that you guys need to do some inner work, because you need to realize that transformation actually takes inner work. You know what I mean? Like, the Death card is transformation. So to see that big change that you guys are, I do feel you're seeking, you have to realize it starts with you. And right now you guys seem like you're the Hangman reverse and the Emperor who's being stubborn. So make sure that that's not the case. Yeah, it's time to release negativity. So I think that's the last card I'm gonna let come out for you guys in regards to that. But it's time to release negativity. Some of you guys, like I said, could be waiting for things to happen for you. You could be telling yourself that it's not possible, or psyching yourself out even. The Sun reverse card makes me definitely feel like you are being negative. You know what I mean? You're dwelling on all of the negative possibilities instead of what is possible. And I even think that that is the case for, like, if you were to walk away, if you were to take the chance. For those of you who, if this is like in regards to a relationship or something, I think for many of you, I just am picking up on a relationship for some. So I feel like that might be a small group, and we're going to get into romance and oracle, or the romance oracle, in a second. But for the small group that does resonate with this energy being in regards to a relationship, I think that you guys are like kind of just like being negative about the future. You know what I mean? Like, whether you're telling yourself that there's nobody else out there for you, or you never get lucky in love, you know what I mean? Like, you're always the one end up hurt, or you always are the one who, whatever, things like that. Try to get that out of your mentality, you know what I mean? Try to think more positively and try to see things from a better perspective. Like, maybe this situation was not supposed to happen because it was you avoiding like a negative situation, you know what I mean? But you guys are not seeing it that way. And then for those of you who this is in regards to a career, I think the negative thinking is just you psyching yourself out in regards to, like, this isn't going to work out if I quit my job, if I pursue something differently, whatever the case may be. And then for those of you who are dealing with this family changes and potentially like needing to step up in the family, or someone could be sick, think positively, you know, make sure that you aren't projecting any negative thoughts out there into the energy, because, or into the atmosphere, sorry, not energy, but because I understand, like, some things feel hopeless, some things feel like prayer or positive affirmations and stuff. It's like in the moment feels corny because you feel like you could be losing someone, or you could, you know, you're really worried about someone who you care about. But keeping that positive mindset is going to not only help you, but it's going to help that person get through whatever they're going through, or at the very least find peace with it, you know what I mean? So I think that that's another message for you guys, Cancer, in regards to that situation. And then let's get into your what you need to surrender at this time, okay? The other thing I wanted to warn you guys about is that my camera cuts the video in two, so, well, not really, but it does 30-minute increments, and so you'll see a little bloop in the video. It's basically just where it had to end and then start again, and you may see me be like, see, I knew it was going to happen, because it's about to in just a moment. But we're going to go ahead and pull these surrender cards for you and see what it is you need to surrender at this time. and then we'll get into the love and romance portion before giving any advice. Alright, sounds good. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, okay? Alright, Cancers. So, what do you need to surrender at this time? So you guys got surrender to spirit. Some of you may be spiritual, and those of you who aren't, you may need to just pay attention more to like intuitive signs or the intuitive downloads you're getting at this time. The card says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So this is what I actually feel is in regard to this hangman reverse to a degree. Like I said, some of you guys are like fighting the situation or wanting to do things your way, wanting it to work out in your favor, wanting it to pan out at your pace. And I feel like it's just, you keep getting this message of like there's still work to do before that. And so I do feel like you guys need to surrender to spirit and to divine timing and allowing the situation to unfold naturally. And then you also got surrender to the habit of people pleasing. So I feel like this is in regards to like those of you who are like, whether you're reevaluating your work environment or realizing that you haven't made like investments into something that is no longer making you happy, you know, and you might want to turn to the self-employment route or just finding a new career. I feel like the reason why you guys are seeing these delays or seeing this, like you want one thing and it's not coming, or you feel like there's work that needs to be done beforehand, it's because I feel like you guys need to work through your mentality before you can start manifesting new things. So with this Taurus new moon, it is all about manifesting, especially because Taurus is about money and material comfort and all of those things. This is a good time to manifest, especially with Jupiter entering Pisces. It's today the 13th, so it entered today. And Jupiter is domicile in Pisces, so it's like a positive aspect depending on what house it is in for you. Cancer, it's going to be in your 9th house. So how funny. Ooh. It's in your 9th house of spirituality, of travel, of things of that nature. So the surrender to spirit makes sense. You guys may be wanting to go on this new path because you're just like I said, you're recalibrating your thoughts and your mentality, which is the work that needs to be done right now. Some of you guys could be further along than others. Some of you guys, I do feel, are still like avoiding it, being stubborn or set in your ways. But I feel like that is ultimately with the 9th house, like what you guys are going to be pushed to work toward. And this could be also in the habit of people pleasing, since you guys are going through a 11th house transit, and like I said, that's about networking, your friendships, your communities. So you guys could be realizing like that you do have a habit of doing this and it only kind of holds you back. And this could be in regards to work, in regards to romantic situations, in regards to a lot of things where you are actually realizing that you're unsatisfied, or you build toward things that aren't really actually making you happy because you are just you're people pleasing, you know? But it should be about what makes you happy, you know? And you need to start taking the steps to do that instead, because you did get that seeking and finding and all of those cards that show me you are looking to move into a different direction. But like I said, this is about a mental block or a self-esteem thing that you guys need to work through. Let's see what else you guys are dealing with here. Surrender to obsessive thinking. So I definitely feel like, I think I did say earlier, some of you guys are just like overthinking the situation, if you guys should move on, you're expecting the worst if you do, if you should quit, if you should try this new thing out. I think you guys are just psyching yourself out. That's what I had said, that you guys were psyching yourself out earlier, because I feel that you guys also got surrendered to passion. So I feel like there's something you guys have an idea about. It could be a creative idea for some of you, but I feel like with the self-employment and the seeking and finding, like many of you guys are wanting to start maybe a project or start something new, and you're very passionate about it and you feel that it will work out, but you're still psyching yourself out. because maybe, like I said, you guys could be kind of focused on the material aspect of things, or staying in your comfort zone, or doing things a certain way because you're focused on one goal that you feel like, I feel like it's a goal that either someone else put in your head, or you guys have convinced yourself that you want to achieve, but it's really not even yours. It's like you just feel like that's what's going to make you look successful, or what's going to make other people happy, or something. And so I think that you guys need to work on, like I said, the surrender to passion. What makes you happy? What drives you forward? Like, what brings you passion? One more card for the surrender, and then we'll get into the romance oracle. Be true to yourself, Cancer. I'm just kidding. Let's see. That came out fast. Surrender to miracles, look. So like I said, I feel that you guys are like, maybe some of you guys stayed in this environment, job, whatever the case, for so long because you just felt like it was going to get you what you wanted, the material success, the comfort, the security, that I do feel that a lot of you guys were really fighting for, or just wanted for some time. It may be something that you didn't always have in life, you know what I mean? Because with the surrender to miracles card, I feel like you guys need to believe, like it's time to release negativity. You guys got show the world the real you, prosperity lies ahead. So I just feel as though once you guys start shifting into this, like aligning with what you truly value, what you truly want, you're gonna see so much goodness come from it. The surrender to miracles card says, be open to miracles occurring in your life, feel and know that these events are real, let go of any resistance, and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So with it saying let go of any resistance, again, that makes me think so much of this card, you know what I mean? There's so much resistance in this card, as well as the death reverse card. So let go of resistance, let go of fear, let go of doubt, let go of like the intrusive thoughts and the second guessing yourself, psyching yourself out. And sometimes you just gotta, like these dolphins even, like I was just gonna say, sometimes you just gotta take a leap. But the dolphins in the miracle card absolutely make me think of like a leap, you know what I mean? And just kind of like taking like a, like what is the word that I was looking for? Like, because dolphins are known to be like playful and like kind of like happy and fun. I just see you being like lighthearted about taking the risks, like doing new things, trying new things, and not being afraid of the outcome kind of thing. Like, you know, I'm trying to think, like it's like childlike wonder or something like that, the term that I'm trying to think of. But that's what you guys need to do with your life and approaching it, because right now you have the Emperor energy here, and so you're just kind of like set in your ways. You're very controlling. Sometimes I feel like some of you may even be called like boring, like not to be called boring, but like you could see that yourself that way. Someone else could have told you that about yourself. You could just feel like right now you're so focused on work and like your responsibilities that you're not really allowing joy into your life. Because again, you got this Sun card, and remember I said like you guys are with the, so let me show you this imagery. You guys got the Sun reversed. Oh, come on nails, come on nails. You guys got the Sun reversed here, and then you got the Temperance, and it was like this though. So you see how she's kind of looking over here, and she's like, I think she's looking like, when am I going to receive this again? And I might have said this in another way earlier, but it's just like this energy of, when am I going to start finding this happiness again? You know what I mean? And I think it's ultimately up to you guys. Once you make this choice and you stop allowing yourself to float in the in-between and knowing what you need to do without doing it, and then ultimately all those things are going to start coming in. But until then, I don't see that happening. And then look at the bottom of the deck. Surrender to success. Love it. So I do feel that for many of you, especially you guys got new career, self-employment, so many good things that are possible, retirement. So with retirement coming out, some of you could be coming into like a lot of money. You know, you did get the 10 of coins. So I do see that. So maybe even with the fact that some of you could be coming into a lot of money, some of the advice that I could give, or some of the advice I'm being inclined to give, is even like making sure you're making wise investments. So even if you aren't happy with where you're at currently in life, or you're just feeling like the job that you have, the work you're doing isn't completely fulfilling you, with this 9 of Cups, you could you could need to be like smart about the things that you're investing in. So with the 10 of coins, if you guys started making more money or you got some kind of bonus or something, maybe invest that money into what you can kind of transition into doing for a living that will make you happier. You know what I mean? So just being smart about, like I keep saying, like I talked about, your investments, the future, like long-term vision, things of that nature. I think that's really what you guys are needing to focus on right now. But I think that that's really, really cool. I do think it's different for all of you guys, like whatever goal you have or whatever, you know what I mean, whatever it is that you're working toward currently is going to be different for everyone. But I do feel like I'm picking up on creativity for many of you, like some kind of project. Some of you definitely wanting to start like some kind of career or venture that you feel will be successful and make you money, but you're just like doubting it right now because it is something, or it's so different than what you have done in the past. But I think that ultimately you guys have it in you. I think you just need to stop overthinking, because you did get that obsessive surrender to obsessive thinking card. But and then one last thing, the surrender to people pleasing. I think that also comes into play with, like, I think what you might want to do doesn't, actually I am picking up on that for some. Some might feel like it's not a career, or you've been told that, like, by other people, that like what you're trying to pursue isn't really a job. You may feel that some people don't respect you for it, or look at you, you know what I mean, like will like actually take you seriously with whatever you're trying to pursue. And I think that it's ultimately about like what makes you happy, you know what I mean? Like if you're making money, enough money to survive, and you're okay with it, and you're happy, and you feel fulfilled, and it's what you want to be doing, and you feel is your purpose, then that is all that matters. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. So make sure, I think that that's what has gotten you guys this far, like in the beginning, like to begin with, you know, in regard, like this far gone in regards to like doing something that isn't making you happy, or just not really feeling sure what you even want to do, like what your life purpose is. And I feel like it's because you guys are used to trying to like please somebody, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind, please. It's you guys' time to kind of step into yourself. And Virgos, I swear Virgos got a similar message. And I think I mentioned that, but you guys might have Virgo placements with all of the signs that I mentioned earlier. So let's pull some romance cards just to see what you guys are dealing with in regards to, this is going to be if you're in a relationship, single, thoroughly confused, no, just kidding, all different kinds of things. So I will clarify what applies to who, and just sit back and listen. You might notice that some things kind of hit home for you, but this does not mean it does not, this doesn't mean that it's not going to be relevant for you just because you're not in a relationship. Sometimes my words have such a hard time. Honestly, I think it's that Mercury is in Gemini, see? And we're about to approach this retrograde soon, and I just feel that what happens when Mercury is in Gemini is I get super, like, my thoughts are trying to come out faster than my words, because I'm a Gemini sun and rising, but I'm a Cancer Mercury. So when Gemini is, Mercury is in Gemini, I've just noticed my words start getting all jumbled, and they start trying to come out faster than I could even process them, and I'm constantly correcting myself. So it is so annoying, honestly. But let's see. What are you guys dealing with here, Cancer? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. North Node, South Node. So some of you guys could actually just be kind of like meeting new people. Or you might want to get out there and meet new people. Yeah, look at that. So you guys got chemistry and flirt. So some of you could be talking to someone new. Some of you guys could be just wanting to meet new people. For those, I feel like I'm picking up on the more single crowd right now, because you also got make the effort. So I feel like this is in regards to, I hate that the lighting is like that right now, but I feel like this is in regards to needing to put yourself out there, get back out there on the market, flirt, find out who you have chemistry with, you know, connect to some new people. And then for others of you, I think that this is in regards to a connection that you're in, and you could just be feeling like there is like some, just like a disconnect, or not even disconnect. I don't feel like it's necessarily negative or anything too wrong with your relationship, but since you guys did make the effort, you could just be wanting to bring like some spice into the relationship, do something fun. You could be wanting to celebrate. Cancer, your birthday will be coming up soon, so if you guys are like Cancer suns, so if that is something that you guys are wanting to celebrate, you could always do like a little vacation or something, and that might give you guys a chance to flirt, and you and your partner to have some fun. So that could be likely for you. There may be a need to make the effort. For some of you guys, this could also, like, for those of you who are not in a relationship or single, and you guys could either be in separation or you're wondering about a connection that maybe fell out. I also feel like there's a need to make the effort, like that there is chemistry between you. You got, the chemistry card says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there is, it does seem like there's a connection between you two, if there's someone who you aren't talking to right now. Yeah, look at that. In the middle of the deck, you got forgiving and learning. Gosh, I hate that. Forgiving and learning on one side, and then let your friends help you on the other side. So this could be something you're kind of going back and forth about, wondering whether or not you should talk to this person, open up, give them a chance, but you got make the effort. And then the caption on that card says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So didn't you guys get like surrender to spirit or something earlier? Surrender to passion. So if you are feeling like you need to open up to someone, if you're holding back, if you're running from commitment or anything like that, I do feel like there is a need for you guys to open up and show this person how much you care about them. You also got getting to know each other. So again, like, I feel like for those of you who are single, you need to get out there, start getting to know people. And then for those of you who just started a relationship or again are like in a separation of some kind, I think that that's necessary to start like getting to know each other on a deeper level, you know what I mean, to start opening up about more like vulnerable things, because that make the effort card, it's like two children, so it just makes me think of our inner child, like what we really want, like what makes us feel most vulnerable, you know what I mean. And then you guys also got the honeymoon card. So getting the retreat and the honeymoon card, these always come out together, and I just feel like they make me think of like taking that alone time, like that time you would take, like when I just saw a tweet and someone was like, date nights are so important, and I feel like it's that kind of time, you know what I mean, when you could tell you and your partner have just been getting caught up in life, and you guys need to kind of get back on the same page, get back to that honeymoon stage kind of vibe. I feel like that's what some of you Cancers need, especially those who are in a relationship. If you feel like you've been working a lot or things have just been really stressful or intense, there's likely a need to take some kind of trip or vacation with your partner. And then for those of you who are not in a relationship, I just feel like that's going to ultimately help you, like whether it's just talking to that person, spending a time with them, going on a date, going on a little day trip even. I swear you guys' reading is so similar to Virgo, so if you have Virgo placements, that's really trippy. Or I'm just keep picking up on Virgo energy. So some of you guys could have Virgo placements, or you could be dealing with one. So that's very interesting. Let me see. I'm going to pull one more card, and then we'll go into the advice. Religious factors. Interesting. So some of you guys, this could just be, I don't know, a spiritual connection. For some of you, I think that it's what's creating the disconnect. And then for others of you, I feel like it's what is creating the chemistry. So some of you guys got like getting to know each other, then there was chemistry, make the effort, and so I feel like the religious factors, like maybe one person is spiritual, you guys could have different spiritual beliefs, or one of you is spiritual and one of you is not, and then the getting to know each other could be like opening up about your practices. Actually, what I'm picking up on for some of you guys is you might need to like get closer to like allowing yourself to open up to someone by sharing the things that you do. So if you are like a tarot reader, or if you do some kind of spell work or whatever, you're into astrology and you want to get to know this person more, you know, you might need to open up about that. And this could go one of two ways, I feel, depending on the group or like who you are. I feel like for some of you it will strengthen the bond, and then for some of you guys, you may realize this person doesn't necessarily have the same interests that you do or the same beliefs that you do, and that is also what needs to be taken into consideration with the surrender to people pleasing. Don't water yourself down for anybody else, okay? I think that's a very specific person or group who needed to hear that. Other than that, let's get into the advice and what you need to hear in regards to it. For this new moon, what are you guys dealing with? What is it that you guys are dealing with, Cancer? Or what do you, I mean, not what are you dealing with necessarily, but what is going to help you navigate this in regards to everything that we talked about and everything that you are currently dealing with or will be dealing with in the near future? This is going to be advice for Cancer placements. Advice for Cancers. This is advice for Cancer placements. So you guys got focus, radical acceptance, and new beginnings. Interesting. So I do feel that there is something like with this, everything I was talking about at the beginning, with you guys needing to kind of accept that you may have been working towards something that actually isn't, and like ended up not actually fulfilling you. I feel like that is something that you need to accept. I feel that sometimes we do things we're going to regret. We entertain people, situations, environments that actually do not end up doing anything for us. You know what I mean? And I think the radical acceptance card is just accepting the things that we don't want to accept. You know what I mean? Accepting that sometimes life is crappy, disappointing, people hurt us, whatever the case may be that you're dealing with, Cancer. But specifically, I feel like it's this job, and like the fact that you guys, not necessarily the job, whatever this is that you've invested yourself in. Because for some of you it's a job, and for some of you it is like something else. Like it's I'm really just picking up on mostly a mentality. Like you guys have led yourself and allowed yourself to believe certain things for so long that it's now affecting all areas of your life for the most part. But the radical acceptance is going to help you work through that death card reversed and that hangman reversed, where you guys are still avoiding certain truths that you need to accept about yourself, about the world, about how you've been approaching your life, and about how I feel like some of you are waiting for things to give without really doing any of the work yourself. And then the focus card, you got new beginnings. So I feel like you need to focus in order to bring the new beginnings in. You know what I mean? But the focus is necessary because I feel like you guys are going to have to work towards some kind of goal. You know what I mean? Or you're going to have to, like there's stagnancy with the Eight of Cups. And so there are decisions that need to be made. There's structure and stability that needs to be, established. And then the focus card is also a 4, so that makes me think of, I just said like structure, stability, that makes me think of that. You know, you got the 10 of coins, so I do feel that many of you are, like I said at the beginning, wanting success, wanting material security and satisfaction, but you guys are not thinking about the bigger picture ultimately. You're just kind of, I think you're only thinking about like how to make money and or how to like obtain it instead of like why, like what it means to you. And that's something I asked a few different of the other groups, like other signs, like what is money? I think Taurus got that as well, which makes sense. You guys are earth signs. Oh no, sorry, this is the Cancer reading, but I did pick up on you guys possibly having Virgo or Capricorn placements. But now I'm mentioning that Taurus, I gave them that question, like what does money even mean to you? Because they also got a lot of like slack in their reading for kind of like figuring out what they wanted to do with their life. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think they got the self-employment card as well because I feel like there was a need for that, for them to figure out what they are trying to invest in or what their purpose truly is. But I feel like that's possible for you guys, but there's a need to focus. You guys could even be distracted. Like I said, with the Temperance card coming out, you guys could be looking around, like wondering when something's going to happen for you, but you're not actually, like, planning it out. You know what I mean? And then, let's see. I'm going to pull a few more cards just to finish it off. Oh, these are not the Goddess cards. I went back to the Surrender deck. I'm funny. Let's see. Couple more cards for Cancer placements. Wow, that came out so quickly. Divine Wisdom. So again, remember, like I said before, I immediately looked down at the Eight of Cups when I saw that, or the Eight of Cups reversed. Remember, like I said before, you guys were either ignoring your intuition, or you knew what you needed to do, but you're not doing it. You're in denial. You are, like, waiting for things to just work out for you. I feel like you guys need to work on that for sure. With the Divine Wisdom card, it's about knowing what you know and needing to accept that. Let's see, what else? Final cards for Cancer. What else does Cancer need to hear? You guys got secrets. Again, denial. Hold on. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, that's it. So you guys got, yeah, I love it. So you guys got secrets. This could be secrets you're keeping, someone else is keeping, likely. Oh, wow, it's a 40 as well, breaking down to another 4. So everything I said about structure, stability, you guys needing to be building toward something, building toward your goals, figuring out what you need. This card does talk, reference, like, secrets that other people are keeping from you, but it also refers to the secrets we're keeping from ourselves, or when we are in denial, when we are not living in our truth, basically. So I feel like that's really more so what this card is referring to for you guys, because then you got Sacred Unity and Creative Spark. Sacred Unity is a card that, gosh, if I could show it. So you guys see how the water element is there with the rainbow striking through it and the sunlight, and it's a 17 breaking down to a 8. So the 17 breaking down to an 8 is representative of abundance, but it's also representative of divine wisdom, with the 1 representing initiation and then the 7 representing divine wisdom. And I feel that with it being Sacred Unity is about aligning with what you need to align with to manifest what you desire. And with you seeing these elements that came together naturally to create this beautiful rainbow, the water and the sun need each other. So that's Sacred Unity, if that makes any sense. For you guys, Cancer, I feel like that's what you are trying to, that's what you need to work toward in your life, you know what I mean, in order to usher in the abundance, is the Sacred Unity. If you're doing one thing expecting certain results and you know that that's opposite of what the results are going to give you, then that is being in denial. That is lying to yourself. That is keeping the stagnancy up, you know what I mean, with this 8 of Cups coming out. But if you guys are, say you want to lose weight and you're actually dieting or you're working out consistently every day, whatever. But if you're losing weight and you're like, oh, I want to lose weight so badly, and that's what this 8 of Cups looks, or sorry, what am I talking about? 8 of Cups reverse, yes, but the Hangman reverse, that's what this looks like to me. Like, I want this so badly, but why isn't it happening? You know what I mean? And I feel as though that is not Sacred Unity. Sacred Unity would be working out, eating better, detoxing, drinking all your water, going for walks, whatever the case may be. But you cannot just sit in denial with yourself and expect a certain lifestyle that you're not actually building toward. And that's what this card represents. The water and the sunlight, the rainbow wouldn't exist without water and sunlight. And that's about nurturing your environment. That's about nurturing yourself, nurturing your mind in order to bring forth the abundance that you desire, and the beauty and those special moments and those blessings that everyone, like, you could even feel like why aren't things working out for you? And I think I've said that in many ways throughout this reading, but you could also, like I said with the Sun and the Temperance, like that lack mindset, but it could also be like the Temperance, how she's looking over her shoulder. It could be comparison. It could even be like, because I did say it's a matter of self-worth, so you could be like, why don't good things happen for me? Why aren't my creative ideas blowing up? Why aren't, you know what I mean? Like, why aren't certain things happening for me? And it could be because you're not really aligning yourself with them, you know? And not to say that, like, some people don't just get fucking lucky, and some people are complete, like, assholes, or they don't do any work and they just get what they want, but that is not always the case. Behind the scenes, there's something that's being done, you know what I mean? Whether it's nepotism, whether it's people just being in the right rooms at the right place, something is being done to get them into that environment. And so I think that you guys need to figure out what works for you instead of waiting around hoping that things fall in your lap, you know what I mean? Because you got the creative spark. So I just feel like with you guys getting the new you guys got new career, you got self-employment, you got all those good cards, you got surrender to miracles, prosperity lies ahead, the 10 of coins. I feel like this is ultimate. Oh, look it, and this is creative spark is an 8. Look at that, guys. So like I just said, that create the sacred unity. Oh wow, guys, I'm like rambling on. I didn't realize that I'm gonna have to put this in 3 parts. I did not mean to let it go that far, but I guess the last thing I just wanted to say was that the creative spark card is also an 8. So I do see abundance coming in for you guys once you start. Like, you got this new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead card, and that was at the very like beginning of the reading. So it's ultimately a matter of you guys just like underneath it was the showing the world the real you. You got the be bold and make the first move. So there is, like, you guys are your own worst enemy right now, or you guys are the only thing holding you back right now, you know what I mean? But everything else is working in your favor. It's just a matter of really running with your ideas and letting things, like, actually pursuing these things and not just waiting for them to happen or not happen for you, okay? But that's ultimately all I have for you guys, Cancer. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you did so I know to make more videos like this. Please follow me on Twitter if you don't already. If you're seeing this on YouTube for the first time, all of my stuff or most of my content goes on Twitter first. So definitely follow me there at Ashaniism, ASHANISM. Otherwise, I do not expect tips, but they're always appreciated. If you feel inclined to do so, you can. In the description below, I will leave a link. And otherwise, have a good day, guys. I appreciate you for staying engaged, for watching my content, and for ultimately supporting me in everything that I do. So, bless you to my roommate. I'm sure you guys probably heard that. Otherwise, take care. Bye.